What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Soul Break. Thanks for stopping by my channel. So today we have another interesting pair of sneakers, and as you can tell, these are the Nike Nocta Hot Step Air Terra in collaboration with Drake. These dropped a couple days ago, and I was able to scoop up a pair in my size pretty easily. I don't think there's any like huge hype behind these. This is one of several colorways that we've already seen a couple times, but I personally think this is one of the better colorways on this particular model. So without further ado, let's dive right into the sneaker. Now, this is a very interesting looking silhouette, and the entire upper is constructed using this tumbled texture leather, which I would say, it's pretty much on the stiff side. It's not like anything like plasticky or anything like that, but it has that sort of like durable feel to it as I press down against it. And underneath that, you've got these yellow accents that you can see through these holes that are lining the side of the sneaker. Now here towards the front, you see like a nice sort of combination of different materials like the EVA foam for the midsole, and you can see more of that sort of this ribbed leather detail extending all the way towards the front of the shoe, and you see more of that tumble texture leather on the toe cap area as well. As we move towards the front, the leather does have a little bit more give, so I'm guessing that this should provide you a little bit more comfort. Now, as you can see, like the toe box has a lot of give. It is pretty smooth, I would say. It's this really matte finish to the overall leather. And on top of that, you got this nice yellow, sort of like a jewel swoosh detail. It's a very nice sort of little accent to this very dark sneaker. I think it's a very nice way to sort of like highlight the details there. And then on the center, you see these rounded laces factory laced onto the shoe. And for the tongue, you see a mixture of this sort of like mesh material as well as more of that tumble texture leather lining the center of the tongue. And you can see that this leather piece is holding down on the laces, and the actual laces themselves, nothing too special there. Considering that this is a collaboration sneaker, I think it might have been a cool move to maybe add some different lace tips, perhaps in like that yellow color or whatnot, but they just decided to do this sort of this cheap finish, so it is what it is. And here on the tip of the tongue, you see this another like sort of like a jewel detail with the yellow Nocta insignia, if you will. We've seen this sort of like logo over and over on different Nocta collaboration products, such as like t-shirts and hoodies and whatever. And the actual tongue itself is once again that black mesh material. And then on the inside of the sneaker, you see more of that black mesh material used for the sock liner. And then the insole is this sort of like a really bright baby blue colored insole with the Nocta details and the text logo, as well as the Nike swoosh logo printed in white against that sort of sky blue background. Now, towards the back side of the sneaker, on the leather rib, if you will, you see once again that Nike swoosh logo all done in that sort of like the gold color. And then here you see more of that EVA foam material all painted in that bright yellow or gold sort of paint. And then here on the back side, you see this visible air unit with the columns all done in that gold color once again. And then on the back side, you see the heel counter with more of these like black leather overlays. And then here you see this sort of another jewel detail with the G-Tech logo all done in that yellow and black text here. The medial side is basically the same deal. What you can see is that you see these Nike swoosh details lining the midsole. I think that's a cool touch. And overall, it's a very sort of like a stealthy looking sneaker. And, you know, QC wise, I don't really have any complaints. It's a very, very nice looking sneaker. And as I was saying, I think that yellow sets off the entire sneaker very well. It's a nice contrast between that very, very dark and stealthy look against that sort of this, you know, bright accent to highlight the sneaker. Now, for the outsole, you see this sort of like a very funky looking outsole where you got the traction pods all done in that gold color once again, and surrounding that you see some more traction patterns done in this black rubber material. And on the center you see that G-Tech branding here once again, and then on the back side you see more of the traction pattern with a good mix of that gold color against that black background. I think this is a very sort of like a tech wear looking outsole. It almost reminds me of like a Trek shoe, if you will, and I'm not entirely sure how much, you know, traction this would provide, but I'm guessing it would probably do a good job, because I mean this thing looks pretty much like a freaking tank. So I'm guessing this provides you some good support and traction once you wear them. The other side of the shoe is basically the same thing. It does not come with extra laces or whatnot. It's a very stealthy looking sneaker. Once again, you got the Nike Korea tag here that we get with Nike products that you buy off of Nike Korea. And sizing wise, I did try this pair on before I started filming. And what I would say is that, you know, going true to size would be okay. It's just that it really narrows down towards the front of the shoe. So you might want to consider going half a size up. If you have wide feet, you probably want to go at least half a size up, definitely, because this thing does narrow up, you know, towards the front of the shoe, and there's really not that much room towards the tip of the shoe, so you might want to take that into consideration. Now, resale wise, I did check StockX, and as I was saying, there's pretty much like zero hype behind this sneaker, even though I think it's a very interesting, cool looking shoe. It's just that I don't think people are digging these. So I think some sizes are going below retail. I mean, we still have these like available on different boutique sites, as well as, you know, the Nike Korea official website, basically like a full size run. So I don't think anybody would have trouble landing a pair if they really want to wear these. I think this colorway, as well as that really coke white colorway, are probably the two best out of the other iterations. And, you know, wearability wise, I don't think there should be any difficulty pulling this pair off, considering this is a very stealthy looking black sneaker. But what I would say is that I think these would go really well hand in hand with, you know, the Nike the Nocta Nike apparel that we've been seeing, you know, since last year. I think, you know, the overall look would would appear, you know, a nice coordination. It would look really cool in my opinion. But anyways, that's basically it for today. I hope you guys found this video interesting. I'm not entirely sure when these are releasing overseas, but, you know, again, you know, we have like pairs upon pairs of these, so it really shouldn't be a too much of a problem to pick these up. But anyways, I hope you guys found this video helpful, and if you found this video interesting, please leave us a comment. Please hit that subscribe button. It really helps my channel grow. And as I was saying, I'm kind of getting back on track with the uploads, so stay tuned for more. And as always, thanks for watching.